Going on? I am the host of Spomotics. That is Spomotics. That is Spomotics. Not Spagamagots, not Spogamogans, but Spomotics. Spomotics. Sports, movies, and politics. I know I'm on a little late tonight. Just came back home. Woo! Trying to get over this cold, man. Goodness gracious. I don't know what's going on. But what's up, everybody? My name is, like I said, my name is Keith Gibson. I am the host of Spomotics. That is Spomotics. That's Spomotics. See if I can change this mic. Check, 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 check. That's better. I think that's better. Sounds a little better. Check. Check, check. Check one, check one. Check, check, check. There we go. Perfect. All right. Yeah. So a lot has went on in this past weekend. You got the Oscars on tonight, March Madness. They revealed the brackets today, so that's gonna be cool. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I don't know. I got a bracket challenge going on, and my son already did 20 brackets. he already did 20 brackets. So I told him, look, I'm not going. You can do 20 all you want. I'm gonna pick two of them. I'm gonna pick the first one that you did and the second one that you did, and that's it. You're not doing 25 brackets. Like, that's crazy. But I don't blame him though, because this year it's gonna be bananas. I don't know who's gonna win it this year. And right now, the hottest team is Duke. But that's a different story. I'm gonna talk about Duke later. But first, I wanted to give a shout out to Candace Sample. Well, not Sample anymore. I went to high school with her, and she invited me to the football game so I could just look around and talk to some of the players. It's the Virginia Beast, man. And let me tell you this. It was a very exciting game. Very exciting. They did very well. Better than what I really expected going in. And I love football. And they were so. Let me tell you about Virginia Beach, first of all. It's a team that is down here in Northern Virginia. They can ball their ass off. It's a semi-pro squad, and they can ball. They can really ball. Now I know there was a few things, with the quarterback and everything, and I know, but once that it was cold yesterday too. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was cold. They play over in, they play their home games, I believe, at Forest Park High School. Very competitive game. They played a team out in Hampton, the Hampton Eagles. Hampton Eagles was a big squad, and from what I saw last night, I know there was a lot of back and forth talking between the teams, but it looked like Hampton Eagles. They had a YouTube. They sent out a little YouTube jab at the Virginia Beast. And it didn't end well for them. Now, I know the final score was 28-22, but it really wasn't that close. They scored that 22nd point with like 14 seconds to go. Like, it really wasn't a close game. They had them up 28-6 in the end of the fourth. In the fourth quarter, third quarter was 28-6. But I mean, Virginia Beach, they really bullied this team out in Hampton. They bullied them. They played bully ball with them, man, and it was I mean, they had some good running. They there's this one receiver, a wide receiver. This wide receiver from the Virginia Beast, number 5. I believe his last name is Hill. He can ball. He went up for two catches yesterday for these 2 touchdowns, and I mean, they were like, he needs to be playing on somebody's team, like somebody in college. I mean, the way he went after the ball, it reminded me of seeing clips of Lynn Swan. Now, I'm not saying he's Lynn Swan, but just the way that he was in the air catching the ball, like he wasn't like in the air all goofy and stuff. It's like he was gliding in the air, and he made this one catch for a touchdown, and it was beautiful. But the second one was even better. It was even better, man. So shout out to them, man. They got a good squad. I know they won their championship last year. And this team is pretty good. I will say they are a pretty good team. Solid, nice, good coaching. The coaching staff is really good. Oh, dang, I forgot. I gotta put this on. I'm sorry. Ooh, I'm tripping today. It's just a lot going on, man. But I just wanted to give a shout out to the Virginia Beast, man. For real, they really did a great job yesterday. They did a great job with the umpiring too. I mean, it wasn't no fights and nothing stupid. Everybody was just playing football. Of course, they were talking trash, but that's part of the game. So shout out to them, man. They really did good. I enjoyed it. And I hope a lot of people go out to see them some more, man, because they really did their thing yesterday. So shout out to the Virginia Beasts. They need some football, Ryan. I mean, Northern Virginia is showing off, man. Northern Virginia is showing off with football this year. Of course, you had the state champions from here, so they was getting it on. So good for them, man. I know the Oscars are on right now, but I know they're gonna wear those jokes out with Will Smith and Chris Rock, so I didn't want to see it. But I do want to see who's gonna win Best Picture, of course. And I think the nominees for Best Picture is Top Gun, Maverick, Women Talking, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Banshees, Triangle of Sadness, All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, Elvis, Tar, and The Fabelmans. So those are the nominees. I really think Top Gun should get it, but I know it's either going to be Elvis or Everything Everywhere All at Once will win it. But now let's get back to this. Let's get back to this tournament, shall we? Now I'm only going to do 3 brackets in my Spomotics bracket, and I'm telling you, I thought last year was difficult, but this year is really going to be difficult, man. I really don't know who is going to win this year. I really don't know who's going to win. Now, it could be. I'm just going to tell you this. This is who I think is going to win. I mean, look, I know. Check it out. I know Purdue. Purdue got that big boy on their team. What's his name? Edie. Last name is Edie. He is a big old monster. Like, I don't see anybody stopping him. And I know he's going to win Player of the Year. Like, I know he's going to win Player of the Year. But there's just something about those old school teams that, like Kansas and Duke and UCLA and those teams that I know they're going to be there. So I know that I'm gonna have UCLA. Well, I'll tell you my picks on third. I'll put it in Facebook because I don't want to give it out right now. Well, actually, because I haven't done my bracket yet. Because like every time I get into the bracket, like something happens or somebody's calling me, and I just lose focus. And I lose focus, man. I don't know who the hell is going to win it this year. I'm going to be quite honest. Quite honest, don't know who's going to win it this year. You got Houston, you got Kansas, you got Alabama, you got UCLA. You got a tough VCU squad. You got a big Oklahoma State. I'm sorry, not Oklahoma State. I'm sorry. Excuse me. It's going to be tough, man. So I know my bracket is just going to be out the window because all of these teams can beat. They can all beat each other. And that's the greatness. That is why the tournament is so great. This is why the tournament is so great. I mean, there's an Arizona team over there too that can go. Now, Baylor, they're not the same Baylor team as last year and a couple of years ago, but they're tough. That Virginia team, even though they're missing that one person, I know they got to slow their game down even more, but they're still tough. Like, who the hell is going to win this tournament? This is the greatness of the tournament. You don't know who's going to win. Now, you go over to the women's side. That's a little different because they got a beast over there in South Carolina. And Dawn Staley got that team playing like they have not lost this year. So I'm going to do my bracket for the women's bracket too. But you already know who I got as a champ. I mean, that Kentucky, Providence, and Greensboro, that's going to be tough. Michigan State and USC, like that's going to be a good game. Boise State and Northwestern is going to be a great game. And I can't wait. The tournament starts on Thursday. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to be at work, but I think I'm going to go into work a little bit early so I can get off like around 10 or something like that. Maybe I'll work at night just so I can see the start of the tournament. Because that's the greatest. Besides the Super Bowl, it's the Super Bowl for me is number one. But then after the Super Bowl, it is definitely March Madness. I mean, March Madness, you don't know who's going to win. They got a Cinderella team. Like these Cinderella teams come from nowhere. For example, just right around the corner from us, George Mason. Y'all remember that year? George Mason made it all the way to the Final Four. George Mason. You're not hearing me right now. And I'm telling you, that was one of the best springs I ever had around the area. I mean, it was one of the best springs I ever had. I mean, the best weather. Everybody was out partying. George Mason was winning. Like, it was crazy around here. DC nightlife was the best when that George Mason, that spring. But that's what I'm saying. Who the hell had George Mason beating UConn and I think North Carolina? Like, they were beating some great teams. And then they lost to the champion of the whole tournament, Florida, which that year they could not be stopped. So I got a bracket challenge that I'm doing with Spomotics. And I know my family's into their brackets. Like I told y'all earlier, my son got about 20 brackets. But he don't know I'm going to cut them things off to like 2 or 3. But it's just it's fun. And you know what? This April's going to come here in no time. Like April's going to come like that. Like even that one year, Princeton went almost all the way. Like you just don't know. I really hope people join my bracket. I really do, man. I want some competition. I want some fun. I'm sick of beating these kids every year. But they didn't. Well, actually, but I think my daughter won it last year. Cause I think she picked Duke, and I think Duke went to the Final Four. She had a good little team, good little run in her. I don't know how she be doing it. I know she don't watch no college basketball. I know she don't watch no college basketball, but somehow she beat me. So she wins in China wins in the March Madness, and then my youngest, well, he's not the youngest anymore, but Cam will beat us in fantasy football. Well, actually, I think China won fantasy football this year, if I'm not mistaken. But Cam had two-peated. So he was trying to three-peat this year, but he didn't. So much is going on in the spring. Baseball starts over. The Yankees and everybody, that they start over. But yo, what up, Zoe? What's going on, man? What's going on? I know there's a lot of people in North Carolina that are upset right now that UNC didn't get in. Excuse me. I wasn't going to talk about that, but I'm shocked. I mean, UNC was the preseason number one, and they didn't even make the tournament. Now, that hasn't happened since NC State, I think in 1977, 78 or something like that. When NC State was number one and they didn't even make the tournament. But this makes it fun, though. This bracket is fun. I might even do a bracket at my job just for fun. Just for fun. Just to see if anybody wants to do it. Because I'm telling you, besides the Super Bowl, I mean, I get the NBA Finals, but this is just a different beast. The NBA Finals and the World Series is just different. When you're one and done, that just makes it more exciting. Like you said, all is well. Laugh out loud. Yeah, UNC crashed and burned. Man, they did, man. So it's going to be different not seeing UNC, not seeing UNC in the tournament. And seeing them, they're probably going to go in the NIT. And the bad thing about that is they probably won't even win the NIT tournament. I don't think UNC can even win the NIT tournament. But I believe that Hubert Davis will get them boys ready to go next year. Now, this is who I said will make it to. This is who I'm going to pick as a champion. All right. Well, this is one of the teams that I'm gonna have going to the Final Four. All right. And I don't want nobody stealing my bracket, so I'm gonna send my link so y'all can join my bracket challenge. And it's just for fun. I was gonna do $5 a pop, but I don't think anybody was interested. But I do have UCLA in going to the Final Four. I have UCLA. Just one of my that's the only one I'm giving out on this show. Is I got UCLA going to the Final Four. This is a big team. They are tough, and they can score and play defense. So I got UCLA in the Final Four, not as my champion, but in the Final Four. But I will give you my Final Four and my bracket. I will give it to you on Thursday night or probably Wednesday night, because I don't want to hear everybody saying, oh, well, you picked that on Thursday when the tournament started. No, I'm not going to do that. I'll give it to y'all on Wednesday night. Excuse me. But, I mean, who the hell's going to win this tournament? I'm so excited, man. And I know, and I'm telling you, spring is going to be here in no time. I mean, my son got his baseball tournaments and everything, so that's that. That's going to be – this is going to be it. I got some people on here. My fault. What up, Cuzzo? I didn't even see you over there. What's going on, Trina? I did not even see you on here. I'm sorry. I'm over here. I'm on Facebook Live. I didn't even check this over here. I hope all is well out there in Brooklyn. That's what's up. Thank you, Cuzzo. I appreciate it. And I'm checking out them flowers and them plants that you got, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. I really need your help getting this front yard help with some ideas for some plants and stuff for the front yard this spring, some flowers and stuff. So I'm gonna come to you for some help, man, because I don't know. I don't know. But I appreciate you, Cuzzo. Thank you. Um uh, you know what team that scares me that I do not like, but I know that they're gonna get busy? Is that damn Duke. Those Duke Blue Devils. Those Duke Blue Devils, man, I'm trying to tell you, they are always in the mix. I know that this is the first time Coach K hasn't coached in the tournament for so long, but I don't know. It's something about that Duke program, and they just get people playing. They have everybody playing. They beat Virginia last night, which I did not think they were going to do. But for some way, somehow, Duke won the ACC tournament again. They won the ACC tournament again. So they're scary. They're a scary number 5 seed. They are a scary number 5 seed, man. And look, I don't know. I don't think they'll make the Final Four, but it's going to be tough. I wouldn't put it past them. I would not put it past if them boys made it to the Final Four. I really don't. You know what the best first round matchup to me is going to be? And a lot of people are going to sleep on this team, on both of these teams, but it's really going to be a good game. It's really going to be a good game. It's that San Diego State versus College of Charleston. I watched this College of Charleston team play before. They're good. They are good. They are fast. They are big, and they can go. They can score points. They average about 80 points a game. I know one night I stayed up and I was just watching college basketball, and I stayed up till probably about 3 o'clock watching one game, and I watched it twice. This College of Charleston team, first of all, they can play defense. They're going to shut your ass down. They're going to shut you down. All right? People average about 68 points on them. They average 80 points a game. Like, they will outscore you. I think that's going to be one of the upsets. I have the number 12 beating San Diego State. Now, San Diego State is good. Like, don't get me wrong. They were ranked 24th. They were ranked 24th this year. They're pretty good. Average points per game for an opponent is 64 points. And then they average 72 points. So they scored 72 points. But I don't think they can slow down this College of Charleston team. Not at all. I don't see it, man. I don't see it. But I think that's going to be one of the best 12-5 matchups out there. Now, everybody, y'all know, if you watch the tournament, now you know that one or two of these 12-5 teams are going to go to the higher seed. You know that one or two of these 12 seeds are going to win one of these games. It happens every year, folks. Now, I don't think Drake can beat Miami, Miami has a number 5 seed. I don't see that happening. So I'm going to cross that one out, and I'm going to pick Miami for that one. And I don't think Oral Roberts can beat Duke. And I don't see that happening. I don't see it happening, even though this Oral Roberts team, they can score also. But I don't think they'll be able to stop Dookie. I don't think they'll be able to stop Duke this year. But another 12-5 matchup that I have, and it's going to be a good game, is St. Mary's versus VCU, Virginia Commonwealth University. And I'm going with VCU because there's one thing that VCU has taught me over the years is to never pick against them. They'll go so fast, they'll make it to the Sweet 16. Like they'll have VCU like beating somebody like Kansas or somebody like that. Like they're that good. I don't think they're beating Kansas this year. But especially with Bill Self back, the coach. Bill Self was out, and they said that it was for undisclosed reasons. He was out. He was out because of a illness that he had, but he's back. And they need Bill Self. They need that Hall of Fame coach. Because without him, they're a whole different team. They're a different team. But I'm scared of that Kansas team. That Kansas team can go. That Kansas team can go, especially with Bill Self. So we're going to see. We will see. You know, another scary matchup, a good matchup, is that Maryland versus West Virginia matchup. That's a good matchup also. I think that Maryland can beat West Virginia. Maryland played in a tough conference, and they went 11-9 in that conference. So they got a shot, and they went 5-4 against top 25 teams. Oh, this commercial's hilarious. He did all that for a Mountain Dew. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Excuse me. It's a lot of matchups. Like you don't know who's going to win. Like back in the day, they used to call it like chalk, a chalk pick. And that's when you just pick all the ones and all the high, all the winning seeds, all the higher seeds, you'll pick them. But you can't do that now. You can't do that nowadays, man. It's just different. Did y'all really pay y'all quarterback that money? You damn right. All right, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm sorry. Let me switch subjects real quick. Let me educate y'all on why they did that. I'm gonna educate y'all. First of all, we saw what Daniel Jones did with a brand new head coach. We made it to the second round of the playoffs after winning only 4 games the previous year. We won 4 games. You pay him that money because in 2 years, let's say in 2 years, it doesn't work out. You can get rid of him. That's the market, though. That's the market for quarterbacks now. Now, I know, Mike, I know you wouldn't know about, I know, big bro, that you wouldn't know about your team having a good quarterback because them Washington Commanders haven't had a good quarterback since, I don't know. So, see, that's what Washington quarterbacks do. And that's why I say that is the cemetery for quarterbacks. Every quarterback that goes to Washington, they go there to die. Their career dies. And everybody, I know y'all be like, Keith, why are you hating? Why are you hating on my Washington team? You blah, blah, blah. Guys, please, just look it up. I promise you I'm not lying. I'm gonna help you look it up. Okay. I'm gonna give you the starting quarterbacks. All right. And when I say quarterbacks go to die, please, I'm not talking about Dwayne Haskins at all. I'm not, I don't even play that, but God rest his soul. That poor young man, yeah, I mean, he was a good quarterback, man. But listen to the quarterbacks that come to y'all. Who do y'all have as a quarterback? Heineke? Oh Lord. Oh goodness gracious. All right, so y'all had Alex Smith. Well, first y'all had who was the quarterback from oh my goodness. Who was the quarterback y'all had last year that played with the Eagles and the Colts? Oh, he was garbage. So you got him. So his career is just done after playing with y'all. Done. Then y'all brought Case Keenum in. He was done. Colt McCoy, done. Kirk Cousins, done. RG3, done. Rex Grossman, done. Donovan McNabb, done. Jason Campbell, done. Mark Brunell, done. Do you see that there's a pattern there that's going on? That's what Sam Howell. Sam Howell never. Can we stop? Can we stop? Are you really bringing up Sam Howell and then you're going to question me about why my team paid Daniel Jones that amount of money? Did you really just say Sam Howell? Is he the savior for the Redskins or for the Washington Commanders? Oh my goodness. Can we stop? And another career that you're going to mess up? Bieniemy. You're going to mess him up. You're going to mess. I'm so mad Bieniemy went to the Washington team, like the Washington Commanders. That upsets me. He's never going to get a head coaching job now. He went to Washington. Oh. Bieniemy's never going to get a job now as a head coach. Like, I know he had to get out of the name of Kansas City and all that so he can prove himself. Like, I get it, which is garbage because he should already have a head coaching job. But now he has to prove himself. So the only way he can prove himself is go to one of the worst teams in the league that, like I said before, has more scandals than playoff wins. If I'm lying, just help me out. So not only are y'all going backwards, not only are y'all still going to be in last place again, you're not going to have a quarterback. You're going to waste this man Sam Howell's time. I don't know what's going to happen. You're going to play bad. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to put Heineke in there again to try and save the Washington Commanders. You need to stick with a quarterback. Am I lying, folks? I'm not hating on Washington Commanders, but the truth is in the pudding. Just look at the last 10 years. 10 years. How many quarterbacks? Alex Smith, Case Keenum. And what's the dude with the beard? I forgot all about him. I call him the Magic Man. Like, he didn't even play a whole full season. I forgot about him. Alex Smith, Kirk Cousins, RG3. Y'all ran RG3 out. Y'all didn't even give RG3 a chance. Mark Brunell, Patrick Ramsey, Tony Banks, Brad Johnson, Trent Green. Goodness gracious. They haven't won a Super Bowl or anything since 1990 when you had Mark Rippon and Heath Schuler. Yeah, remember episode 105. Please remember it. Write it down. You guys are the worst team in the division. I promise you, It will happen again. But let me tell you why we got Daniel Jones. Name another quarterback that's out there. Who else is out there? There's no other quarterbacks out there. Like, give me one quarterback that's out there. Where's my water? Name me one quarterback that's out there. Not one. I mean, who we gonna go after? Brett Favre Jr. over there? You gonna pay him all that money, and he don't even know if he playing or not. He don't know where he going. He don't know what he doing. I mean, the only chance y'all look. I know Washington better try and get that young man up 95 and go get Lamar Jackson to at least come relevant. That's what y'all need. Now, if y'all get that young man, if y'all get Lamar Jackson, I'm going to be like, wait a minute. But y'all don't even want to talk to him. So y'all stick with Sam Howell. But that's why we paid him that money. There's no other quarterbacks. He did great last year with turnovers. He did not have a lot of turnovers last year. You saw a big improvement with him. With him and Saquon, I think they can do something. And now all our wide receivers were hurt last year. They're going to draft some receivers. But see, the Washington team, look, and I don't mean to talk about this team. I don't mean to talk about everybody's team, but they just not ready for prime time yet. They don't got it. And trust me, we was there. We was there for a little bit. But now we got a great GM, a great coach. Like, we got some things going on. So it's going to be a little different. But that's why you pay Daniel Jones that. That's why. The improvement, where the steps that he took last year. Now, if he would have had 40 turnovers and everything, then he'd be like, why the hell are you paying him all this money? We need to go draft somebody. But he showed that he can play. We saw the game that he played against in the playoffs when he played against Minnesota. He was damn near perfect. That's the kind of court I want that. I want that. So that's why they paid him all that money. But trust and believe, like, I know it seems like it is a lot of money, but at the same time, 2 years, if he doesn't get it, then he's just out. And he's a multi-billionaire. Like, these are billionaires. That ain't going to hurt them. That's not hurting our cap either. Now, what would have hurt our cap, what would have hurt the Giants' cap is if they would have tagged Daniel Jones. If you tag Daniel Jones, now he's making $32 million. Now we would have had to pay that big contract to Saquon Barkley. But to be honest with you, you can't pay. They did the right thing. You got to tag Saquon. Let Saquon make that $10 million this year. Now we got that. The cap is good. We can bring in more players. We can sign our receivers. We can draft. You can always find a running back. I know Saquon is special, but you can always find a running back. You cannot always find a quarterback. So that's that. That's the reason why we paid him, big bro. But look, I'm telling you, y'all lucked up with that. When y'all tied us last year, we should have swept y'all. But then we came to Landover, and we put that smackdown on y'all. Episode 105. I'm going to pin this episode. But I'm not talking about Washington right now. I'm talking about everything else. I know my Knicks about to play the Lakers. I know they're playing now. I'm missing it. I don't even want to watch it. Because last year, we was at this game last year. Oh my goodness. We was in LA last year watching my Knicks and let me tell y'all something. if you haven't been to LA yet, I want y'all to please go to LA. Now, I know we didn't do a lot. No, we did a lot, but we didn't even halfway finish what we wanted to do because there's so much to do in LA. And we had the kids and the baby. So we really couldn't do that much. But I'm telling you, if me and Danny go to LA by ourselves, it's so much. It's so beautiful. The weather is beautiful. Even though it was a little chilly when we were there in March. But man, I had so much fun. I mean, we met, I think we saw a couple of celebrities. We got to take a picture with Kevin Johnson, went to his restaurant by the Staples Center. I'm always going to call it the Staples Center because I hate the crypto, whatever it's called. But whatever, that's neither here nor there, man. But if you haven't been to LA, please go to LA, man. But let me tell you about these brackets. Let me tell y'all who I think the first number one team to go. Who I think the first number one team that's going to bow out of this tournament. And I really think it's going to be Houston. Now, Houston is tough. Like, don't get me wrong. Houston only lost 3 games this year. I mean, they are first in almost everything. I get it. They average about 75 points a game. I'm sorry, not Houston. Excuse me, not Houston. Alabama. I really think Alabama's going to be the first one to go. There's something about Alabama that I just don't like. Now, not even with the shooting and everything, and the young man that's playing that gave his teammate the gun to shoot the young lady. It's not even all about that. It's just something I can't put my hand on. But they're 7-4 against top 25 teams. I don't see them going that far. Maybe Sweet 16, but I don't know. Yeah, it's too much pressure. Maybe that's it, Mike. What's up, Mike? What's going on? Maybe it's too much pressure. It's just something. I can't put my finger on it, okay? But I'm telling you this right now. They're going to have to get past Virginia, this Alabama team. Now, let's just say that Alabama, let's say, all right, they'll beat that number 16, that playing game. Whoever they play, they'll win that game. All right? They'll go to the round of 32. They're going to squeak by Maryland. Alabama's going to squeak by Maryland. All right? And I think Charleston and Virginia, they'll play. I think Virginia will beat Charleston, but it's going to be a close game. It's not going to be a blowout like everybody's saying. But that Sweet 16, Alabama versus Virginia, they will meet. Virginia, yes. Virginia will give them problems on defense. They are a big team. Virginia is a big team. Alabama is a quick team. But I think Virginia will give them – I think Virginia will play that type of defense. Now this is the thing with Virginia. Sometimes they play too slow and they can't score, as we saw last night. I believe they scored, 49 points last night? They scored 49 points last night. You can't do that in the tournament. You cannot have one of them slow games in the tournament unless – this Virginia is the only team that I believe that can get away with having a slow start. Because if they're having a slow start, that means their defense is kicking in. Their defense they have to kick in, though. If the defense is not playing well, Virginia is going to get blown out because they can't score like they used to score when the big man went out. He's gone. He has a broken wrist, broken hand. So he's done. Virginia needs to score and play that defense, and then they'll get to the Elite Eight. I'll have them at the Elite Eight. Yeah, they lost him. They lost him at practice. They didn't even lose him in the game. They lost him at practice, and he's a big deal because he would have. I think they would have beat Duke. I think they would have beat Duke last night. And with Big Ben Vander out, like it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But I think with practice and everything, I think they can fix that. But Big Ben can ball though. He was giving it to him, man. He was giving it to him. I know he got a fracture, but I think he came from Ohio University. I think it was a transfer, and that was a big pickup for them. He can rebound. He'll stretch the floor out. And he can shoot from three. Like that's big. He averaged about 8 points. It's going to be tough for Virginia. You got Memphis and Virginia as my sleeper. Oh, now wait a minute, Mike. Wait a minute. You mentioned Purdue. I'm going to tell you this, Mike. Have you ever seen that big boy from Purdue play? They can't size up with him. He's too big. Mike, he's big. He's huge. Like Zach is 7'4". He's 7'4", 300 pounds, and he's mobile. He's going to be player of the year. So I think Purdue is going to go pretty damn far. I might even pick Purdue to be one of my Final Four. I don't know yet. I still got to put it in my head, and I'll let everybody know by Wednesday. Knicks going to win tonight. Knicks going to win tonight. We got to. We on a 3-game losing streak. We done lost to Charlotte. We lost to Sacramento. And last night we lost to the Clippers. They got to get back on their A game and start balling. Now, I know Brunson is out again, but they need to do something. We have to beat the Lakers tonight. We have to beat the Lakers tonight. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. We have to start winning. We have to start winning these games. I know the game just started. We have to start winning these games. So yeah, we're gonna see. I'm not even shocked, but I'm disappointed that UNC is not in the tournament. They didn't deserve to get in though, but it's just funny not seeing them in the tournament, and to see them in the NIT is just gonna be hilarious to me. I'm sorry. I hope there ain't no UNC fans out there, but no. The Lakers don't need it more. The Lakers can go. The Lakers have the so-called GOAT, as y'all call him. Y'all got this man right here when he comes back. Y'all don't need to win. Y'all got too many championships. Let my Knicks be in the playoffs and be great. Yes, but y'all do need it. Y'all probably do need it more because I think right now y'all are in the playing game. But you guys are hot right now. They got won like 4 straight. So Lakers won about 4 straight. But my Knicks need to win. My Knicks need to win to get that 40th victory. And we need to put some cushion back up on Brooklyn because Brooklyn has been playing good as of late. And I believe my Knicks still have the number 5 seed, but barely. And, Atlanta's coming. Miami's coming. So I don't want my Knicks to be in the playing game. But I definitely want Brunson to get healthy. I really need him. I really need them to be healthy. You think UNC going to turn down the NIT? They better not. They better go ahead and win that NIT tournament. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. But anyway, so that's the end. That's the tournament. I'm gonna get more into it. Please, if y'all have not done so already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Spomotics, Spomotics. Also, I got a bracket out. I'm gonna put the bracket on my Facebook page. Y'all join the bracket. Let's get some competition going on, and let's do this. All right. Whoever y'all gonna pick, y'all pick it. And let's do this. Oh, Brunson is definitely a factor. Oh yeah. I love Brunson. I love his game, man. That's what the Knicks needed. We needed a solid point guard that can score. Oh, he's so good. He's so good. He is so good, man. So, the coach already turned it down? Wow. Come on, Hubert. You better than that. I would let them boys play in that tournament, man. But before I get off, like I was saying earlier, if you guys have not seen the Virginia Beasts play in Northern Virginia, y'all need to go see these young men play because they are cool. And I saw Christine. I knew back in the day from back in the day, her son ran in the touchdown yesterday, and that was a pretty cool thing that they did with Christian, man. So he was running too, and I got it. I got to put it all together, and I will put the piece on the Virginia Beast on my YouTube channel so everybody can see it. But that was a great gesture that they did, and that was awesome to have I still got my little field pass right here. My little field pass. This was awesome. Shout out to Candace, man. Yesterday was awesome. I had a great time. I had an awesome time yesterday, man. It was cool, y'all. Virginia Beast, they are a beast. They are some hard-hitting young men. They are some hard-hitting men. I'm trying to tell you, they put a hurting on Hampton yesterday. All right. Also, shout out to my son. Now, he is playing for the Richmond Braves. All right. Playing for the Richmond Braves, and we are looking for some sponsors for him. All right. So I'm going to give a shout out to him. He is playing for this. This is his old team. He's playing for the Richmond Braves, and I'm going to put out his little video with him in it. And we are looking for some sponsors. So any businesses that anybody knows or anybody that I can talk to about that, just let me know, please. We are looking for a sponsor for him as he does his journey with the Richmond Braves. Now, he is in 8th grade, and he will be playing with the national team for Richmond, for the Richmond Braves, which is the 14U. All right, he is an 8th grader, but he will be playing with the 14U squad. He's also playing with the 13U for spring. All right, so if anybody knows of any sponsors, all right, any sponsors, any businesses that would love to sponsor this young man right here, this hardworking young 8th grader that works hard. He worked hard to get on this 14U team. He's a good kid, gets good grades, very mature, very polite young man. And if you can help him out in any way with becoming a sponsor for him, goodness, that's when he was a little boy. That's when he was a little Cam. And then look how that was last year. He just became a big old beast. And this was last year, the championship. And this is when we won our championship when I coached them. But yeah, if you know of any businesses or anything, please give me a shout out. No, not a shout out, but just let me know. I'll have my email and everything out. It would be cool. It would be great for him. So just let me know. All right. All right. So everybody, look, that is my show for tonight. That is my show for tonight. I appreciate everybody that came on to listen. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. I will be on Sundays and Thursdays. And look, if you are into the tournament, you want to get a bracket in, I'm going to put the bracket on my page. So just sign up. Just sign up. Pick your team. We're going to have fun. I'm going to see if y'all can beat me or not, because I know I'm going to beat these kids. Even though my other son, he got about 20 brackets, but none of his brackets gonna beat mine. So it's gonna be fun, man. I'm ready. All right. So join us. Please, if you haven't became I'm about to say a sponsor. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun with this bracket with March Madness. I can't wait. All right. So I'm out because I'm tired and I gotta go to work tomorrow. Sunday goes quick, man. Goodness gracious. But I think we got an extra hour. Am I saying it right? Did we lose an hour spring forward? Something? Yeah. I think we're losing time. I don't know. I don't get it. All right. But I'm out. I love y'all. I will see you on Thursday night.